things first, we have the Great Replacement. Now, the Great Replacement is a theory that the Great Replacement is a theory that is at the heart of white supremacy. Okay, the Great Replacement is saying that they feel like they're going to essentially be replaced. So they feel disposable, right? They feel like they're going to be left over. Look, 74 pages. I don't know if you can see this. This shit is 74 pages, man. This guy's not playing. This nigga could have sold this shit, man. Look, it tells you right here, towards a new society. See, the low key got the swastika sort of, you know what I'm saying, which is an endearing symbol of the sun turning in a circle. Anti-imperialism, environmentalism, responsible markets, addiction-free community, law and order, ethnic autonomy, protection, heritage and culture, and workers' rights. That sounds good to me. We march ever forward. All right. So there's a poem. We don't deal with the poems. Fuck the poems. Introduction. Look at this. Look at this. We can stop right there. What does he say? Whoops, the wrong way. Damn it. This thing's so sensitive. It's the birth rates. Look at that. It's the birth rates. Look. So, what does that mean to you guys? He's starting this shit out. Okay, so let me explain. This is the New Zealand shooter. This is the shooter who went to a mosque, and I believe in New Zealand, and shot up mad people. Maybe, matter of fact, should we watch some of that stuff first before we get cracking, or nah? Do y'all need to be reminded, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah? Okay, cool. That nigga got sentenced to life, dog. All right, here we go. That nigga was a police officer, it looked like. It's about like 2 years ago.
One person, a male in his late 20s, has been charged with murder.
Police confirm the gunman was live streaming the killings at one mosque on social media. We'll talk about that more in a moment. 2 other people are being held, but it is unclear to this hour whether they too are involved. Police say none of the people in custody are in any kind of extremist watch list.
We had no agency had any information about these people. And I can also tell you that I've been in contact with my Australian colleagues. They have no information on them at all either.
New Zealand police are not identifying the murder suspect for legal reasons. He hasn't yet appeared in court yet. That will come tomorrow morning, local time, when he is to be formally charged with murder. But in an online post, the gunman calls himself Brenton Tarrant and says he is a 28-year-old citizen of Australia. Australian police and Australian media identifying him as well. Under his name online is a racist manifesto claiming that white Christians are under threat from other religions and races. He also cites mass shooters like Norwegian terrorist Anders Breivik and Canadian Alexandre Bissonnette, the Quebec City mosque attacker, now serving 40 years in jail for his actions 2 years ago. As we have been reporting, one of the most disturbing aspects to this attack is the fact that video exists of it, that the gunman stormed in wearing a helmet with a camera on it, and it was live streamed on social media. Much of the video unspeakably horrifying, images that instill terror, fear, and outrage, but also offer insight that we at CBC News feel is important context to our coverage this morning. The video also shows the gunman in his vehicle before the attack. So So what you're about to see is a screenshot from part of the recording. Take a look. The first time we were showing
he live streamed it. Isn't that crazy? He live streamed that shit.
As we have been reporting, the gunman calls himself Brenton Tarrant in his online post, 28 years old, and he calls himself an Australian citizen. The video, John Northcott, let's pick that up, the 17 minutes of it, much of it aired by broadcasters, notably in Australia, even though police and various authorities had urged platforms and media outlets not to do so. Take a look at this further into that, John, for us this morning, if you would.
Well, Heather, that, as you said, was live streamed, and that video was the final transmission, if you will, from this individual who, in the time leading up, in the planning of this, posted a number of elements online, elements that are now being reacted to and around the world as they are discovered, although having been taken down in some cases from social media. We can show you this photograph put out. This looks like it's on a piece of carpet there in the background. These are the magazines from an automatic rifle. The automatic, these are what you'd call them.
All right, any which way. So he went to a mosque, man. I was hoping there would be more information on that.
Delivered a high rate of fire, and both of them all of them extremely deadly. Listed on that, sort of painted on in white paint, are a number of names and comments. These are individuals who have committed.
So obviously he was influenced.
We begin this program in New Zealand, where 40 people have been confirmed killed and more than 20 wounded after shootings at 2 mosques in the city of Christchurch, that's on the country's South Island. The first attack happened at the Al Noor Mosque, the second at the Linwood Mosque. Eyewitnesses describe people fleeing in terror during Friday prayers. 3 men and a woman have been apprehended.
Europeans have done that for a long time, going to our mosque on Fridays.
Improvised explosive devices found after the attacks. Authorities have warned people to avoid mosques across the country and for those mosques to keep their doors closed.
A religious war in modern days?
One of New Zealand's darkest days. This is what she had to say at a press conference just moments ago.
It is clear that this can now only be described
that's enough.
As a terrorist attack. From what we know, it does appear to have been well planned. 2 explosive devices.
All right, I'll let that play in the back. All right, any which way, man. So, all right, so that's that guy, okay? So these are his words. Reportedly, you know what I'm saying? So the guy, he's arrested. He's going to spend life in jail. Okay. So he got his gun and he went to a mosque and he shot the Muslims there. Okay. So we understand that. Boom. All right, let's get to it. So he goes, it's the birth rates. It's the birth rates. It's the birth rates. I mean, like I said, we can almost stop right there. All right, what is he talking about, guys? You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? It's the birth rates of what? Of who? Talk to me, y'all. What's going on? The birth rates of what? What's he talking about? This nigga talking about? You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? It's the birth rates of what? If this thing moves kind of fast. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it says whites becoming a minority. Yes. White people reproducing less. Yes. It has them scared. It has them picking up guns. This is the heart of white supremacy, insecurity. You see? Yo, think about that, man. Yo, having foe in North Hollywood. Shout out to you, man. All right. If there's one thing I want you to remember from these writings is that the birth rates must change. Even if we are to deport all non-Europeans, okay, from our lands tomorrow, the European people would still be spiraling into decay and eventual death. Okay, now let's first understand that he goes from our lands, my nigga. What the nigga? I tell you right now, Australia is not your lands. You feel me? I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, beloved, but Australia is not your lands. Okay? Australia is y'all ever seen the Aborigines? The Aborigines is dark people, okay? Now, America ain't your lands, okay? America's not your lands neither. I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm just trying to be historical here because you're talking about our lands. So he goes, even if we kicked all the, you know what I'm saying, every day we become fewer in number, we grow older, we grow weaker. Wow, so well, I'm telling you, white supremacy at the heart of it is inferiority. Every day we become fewer in number. In the end, we must return to replacement fertility levels or it will kill us.